Coming up on Junior Vets, Tino the horse has a painful limp that needs urgent attention. Zoe the giant schnauzer arrives with serious breathing difficulties. And Pollux the itching alpaca has a mystery illness that needs investigating. When pets are poorly, wildlife gets wounded, or farm animals feel unwell, they need top vet help. The really lucky ones come here, to Edinburgh University's amazing super high-tech vet school. And now 6 kids chosen from 1,000 have become the first ever children allowed to enrol here.
I'm all ready.
And work alongside the school's top vets.
Who wants to take this cow's urine?
They're facing an intense training programme.
Have you done anesthetic before?
What's that?
And have been pushed to the limit at animal hospitals, vet practices, wildlife parks and working farms. I'm Paul Manctolo. It took me 5 hard years to train to be a vet, but this lot have only weeks to show me what they're made of. My junior vets have hardly been around animals before.
That's so cool.
Now they're facing real heavy-duty vet work.
It's like everything's just so bonkers.
That is amazing.
That's cool.
Have they got the stomach to succeed?
I feel like a real vet.
And can they stay calm under extreme pressure? 6 raw recruits. But I can only choose one winner. The first ever junior vet to win the prestigious head vet title is... It's day 9. My junior vet's training is nearly complete, and the competition for the head vet title is reaching a dramatic climax. Junior vets, welcome back to vet school. Today's working pairs are Will and Sarah, Anne Blest and Lauren, Sam and Morgan. Let's get down to business. With the end of the competition so close, I've got a feeling they're going to do everything they can to impress me. Vet work can be unpredictable and sometimes unpleasant. I want to see my junior vets go above and beyond the call of duty to help me decide which of them will win today's Vital Vet Work Awards. Morgan has really started pushing himself, but he can still hold back when he's out of his comfort zone. So I'm looking for even more confidence with his patience today. If he carries on like this, he poses a real challenge to current leaders Lauren and Will. In Will's last job, he showed he can handle the unexpected when the fire alarm bell rang during surgery. He's a great communicator.
How long has his eyes been like this then?
And happy to get hands-on whenever it's needed. All of these are essential skills if you want to make it as a vet. West Grange House, Dunfermline. Home to 5 animals not normally found grazing in the Scottish countryside. These are alpacas, and owner Julie bought them to protect her chickens. It may sound strange, but their screeching scares off foxes that snoop around her chicken coops. But today, one of the alpacas is looking very unwell. Pollux's fur is patchy and his skin is red and sore. He could be seriously ill and needs an urgent inspection. Thankfully, Pollux has an A-team on his side today. Vet Eve Callahan has called in Sam and Morgan as her assistants. This is another first for my junior vets, working with big South American beasts.
When they said that we were going to see alpacas, it was a surprise because I didn't know what alpacas were.
They kind of remind me of like a camel or a llama or something like that.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So little llamas, aren't they? They're called camelids, so they're in the same family as camels.
Alpacas are timid creatures, so Eve tempts in the herd with tasty treats.
Come on, alpacas. Come on.
And it's working.
Oh, wow. I really like dealing with the alpacas. They had a funny personality, funny but strange.
With Pollux and pals safely in the inspection pen, the vet team now need to work out why Pollux looks so ill.
I'm just holding Pollux still so he doesn't run away, and we're just about to do a health check on him.
First, a dental examination. And I'm delighted to see Morgan volunteer and get stuck in.
Every now and then you do it.
Gums and teeth look in good shape, so no clues there. Now Sam feels Pollux for any lumps and bumps that might be signs of injury or disease.
No, I don't see anything abnormal.
Neither do I.
The examination hasn't solved Pollux's problem, so my junior vets decide to check his temperature. But you can't put a thermometer in an alpaca's mouth. He'd munch it up. There's a much safer place to take his temperature.
Let's put a thermometer up the alpaca's bum.
I kindly volunteered to do that job. Good boy.
I just let him get on with it.
So 37.2.
Sounds okay.
Pollux's temperature is fine, and the junior vets are no closer to finding out what's making him so poorly. His problem could be caused by parasites. These are tiny creatures that live inside other animals and can make them ill. They're going to need a poo sample.
Sound like a plan?
Yep.
And later, Vet Eve decides which junior vet will help her retrieve the all-important poo.
You can do it.
In the small animal hospital, Zoe, an 8-year-old giant schnauzer, needs urgent expert help.
Keep it, darling. Good girl. She's a lovely dog, aren't you? You're a lovely dog.
Zoe was brought in after her worried owners noticed that she was really struggling to breathe. Lauren and Anne Blest are part of the veterinary team that will be trying to work out what's wrong.
She could have just swallowed like a stick or something. It could have got like irritated and everything down there. And then the other thing is it could be a tumour.
Zoe was quite distressed with the breathing, and I suppose that made me quite distressed as well.
Surgeon Sam Woods is leading the investigation.
Hello, Zoe. Let's have a bit of a look, don't we? Hello, you.
Sam is very concerned about Zoe.
You said she's having a few breathing problems, so I think we should have a listen to her chest.
And asks my junior vets to check her lungs.
But I can hear this really loud, booming sound. I can hear her panting, but it doesn't sound as loud.
Doesn't sound as loud. Okay.
Zoe doesn't sound at all well, so Sam decides they need to get a proper look inside Zoe's chest and throat. Not an easy thing to do.
You open the mouth, you can see the tongue. They move the tongue around a lot, and it's very, very difficult to get to the very back of the throat. So how do you think we might further investigate this?
X-ray.
X-rays, yeah.
Because I've used an X-ray before, I knew that X-rays are really helpful, so I was really hopeful for Zoe.
There, go. All right.
First, the team gives Zoe anaesthetic to make sure she stays unconscious and still.
Right, so I think we're ready to go up to X-ray.
Zoe is carefully positioned. And within minutes, the X-ray images are ready for inspection by Lauren and Anne Blest. They must work fast.
Here's her neck. Here.
Lauren takes the lead and shows some awesome anatomy knowledge.
There's the
Windpipe, yeah.
the windpipe, the trachea, and so you can see the larynx, and that's the epiglottis, that thing there.
But they can't find any obvious problems on the X-ray. So Sam and the junior vets need to come up with another plan of attack. And later, Zoe faces surgery as the team discover why she's having problems breathing.
It's quite difficult to be 100% sure what is going on in this dog.
"20 miles from vet school, I'm with Sarah and Will on an important call-out. Our patient is Tino, a Connemara horse who normally wins loads of prizes at competitions and trials. But Tino's owner, 14-year-old Douglas, has spotted his horse has been limping and he's worried about what's wrong. Heading up the team is equine expert Matt Hanks.
Well, today we're going to be looking at a horse that has possibly hurt its tendons. Now, tendons are involved in moving bones about. So when your hand does this, tendons in your arm are pulling down and moving your fingers. Now, the horse has got exactly the same thing when it stands on its legs. So we're going to see if he's torn anything at all.
If Tino has suffered a tendon injury, his running and jumping days could be over.
So what do you use Tino for? We had a few competitions coming up, but when we found out the problem, phoned the vet straight away to come see him.
He was quite worried, as we all were, because we knew that his life was on the line as well as his career.
My junior vets need to work out how serious Tino's injury is.
So what we're looking for is a head bob. Okay, in a horse, when they put their sound foot down, they'll put more weight on it, and then when they put their lame foot to the floor, they'll lift up slightly. So you're looking for that kind of head bob, all right? So keep a close eye on him.
Well, at first it was quite difficult to spot which leg was the bad one.
We were watching for the lame leg, so Douglas walked Tino up and down. There was definitely a little bit of a limp on one of his legs.
His left leg looks to be a bit wandering and a bit sort of unsure.
Really good observational skills from my junior vets. They know which leg is troubling Tino, but now they need to find out what's wrong with it.
The left leg is Tino's sore leg. He was slightly lame there, yeah? So that's the leg we need to concentrate on and scan today. Well done, you. Well done.
Later, Will and Sarah try to discover how bad Tino's leg is.
And inside will be where the tearing has occurred, where the blood is.
My junior vets are completing an intensive training programme here at vet school.
And it's here in the training zone where they pick up the skills that will help them in real vet work situations. For impressive training zone performances, I give out Vet Skills credits. Along with the all-important Vital Vet Work Awards, these will help me decide who will eventually be crowned head vet. This training zone session will test my junior vet's surgery skills. Vets have to remove all kinds of lumps from poorly pets. Accurate work means less scar tissue and prettier pets return to their owners. Helping me demonstrate lump removal technique is surgeon Anna Marks, using a supermarket chicken. Each chicken has had a wax lump placed under its skin and it needs to be removed.
So the first thing is to identify the lump.
First, Anna measures the lump and then slices around it with a scalpel.
Spread the skin with your fingers, cutting away always from your fingers.
Next, she uses scissors to cut the lump free.
So that's the lump.
And finally, stitches up the wound.
Perfect, and that's just done.
Right, junior vets, you've seen how it's done. Let the challenge begin.
The teams are off to a good start. They've all successfully measured the surgery site, which is vital to make sure the entire lump is removed.
If I stretch that, is that easier?
Yeah, that's much easier, thanks.
But vegetarian Lauren isn't enjoying this job at all.
Does it feel weird?
Oh, it feels horrible.
Now the hard part, precisely removing the wax lump. My junior vets are being supervised by experts and have all the right equipment. Please don't even think about having a go at this yourself.
So you've always cut away from your fingers, yeah?
Handling the scalpel proves to be a bit tricky for Morgan.
And stop there, stop. Your hand needs to be at the top. You need to be cutting down away from your fingers.
All three teams have removed their lumps. Next, they need to stitch up the hole. I'm expecting to see good needle skills here.
Can you cut, please?
Stitching is a skill my junior vets have already learnt here in the training zone. Nice, neat knots from Lauren and Amblest.
Wrap it round.
See, we're pros at this now.
You certainly are, Lauren. Very impressive. But a little heavy-handed with the stitching from Will and Sarah.
Flipping through.
Oh no, it's gone through. It's too short. It is a bit tricky, this one.
So which team sussed surgical work?
Right, junior vets, time is up. Please step away from your tables.
Thanks to their super steady slicing and neat knotting, Lauren and Amblest have proved to be a cut above the rest and bag another Vet Skills credit each. Junior vets Amblest and Lauren are trying to help 8-year-old Zoe in the small animal hospital. The the giant schnauzer arrived with breathing problems. X-ray images haven't revealed what's wrong.
So if you can help to just roll her up onto her chest and onto her tummy.
So surgeon Sam Woods decides to use a tiny camera called an endoscope to get a close-up look of Zoe's throat.
So use the scope to have a look.
And it reveals the cause of Zoe's problem, a large lump right at the back of the poor dog's throat.
So the mass is basically just through the larynx, actually, so on her right side.
Sam was quite concerned because she wasn't quite sure what it was. It was quite big and it was clearly affecting her quite badly.
It's quite difficult to be 100% sure what is going on in this dog. We need to take the whole thing out.
Surgeon Sam must operate immediately.
Do you want to turn that light?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
First, the team need to do a tracheotomy. A small cut is made in Zoe's windpipe and a tube is inserted that will supply oxygen and anaesthetic gas right through the procedure.
Is that what they use when they have those, when like in hospitals you have those tubes here?
Yep, that's exactly it.
It did feel like we had to do it quite urgently because obviously breathing is a really big thing. So now you have anaesthetic going straight into the windpipe?
Yep, absolutely. Straight through that tube that we've just put in.
This is a tricky operation. Sam must work at speed. She can now get right inside Zoe's throat and the lump's removed within a few minutes and it's sent off for testing. Ambless and Lauren prepare a recovery bed for Zoe.
I think this is going to make Zoe comfortable for her recovery. Do you?
It'll keep her warm and everything with the heat pad, and then she'll be nice and comfy in a little, like, soft bed.
Brilliant.
Done?
Yeah. Yep. Cool.
Next morning, Zoe is awake and surprisingly lively.
She's just so cute.
She's recovered without any problems.
Her breathing's a lot better now. She's hopefully going to make a full recovery.
Hopefully when the lab results come back, it won't be anything serious.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good news.
My junior vets took great care of Zoe before, during and after her op.
Lauren did very well. She's very confident with Zoe, very keen to get involved, lots of questions, lots of very good questions. As Ambless got involved, I think she did very well when she settled into things. As a team, they did well.
But it's not brilliant news for poor Zoe. Sadly, her lumps returned and treatment continues to try to cure her. Good luck, old girl. Back at the stables, Sarah and Will are working with Tino, the Connemara horse, and they've worked out which of his legs is giving him pain.
His left leg looks to be a bit wandering and a bit sort of unsure.
That's the leg we need to concentrate on and scan today.
Vet Matt Hanks is worried that Tino has torn a ligament in his left leg and it could put an end to his competition riding. We need to see inside Tino's leg, but there's no need to return to vet school for this job. Matt has brought his super portable ultrasound scanner and we can help Tino in the comfort of his own stable. If Tino's leg is very painful, he might panic when he's touched, so we need to give him a sedative to relax him and make him drowsy.
Sarah, how can you tell that Tino's sedated now?
Well, he's really drowsy and his head's gone he's dropped it really low and his eyes look like they're almost kind of shut in a way that he's closing them, and he's not as lively as he was before.
To prepare Tino for his scan, the junior vets need to carefully clip some of the hair from his legs.
We can get a nice, good contact against the skin for the ultrasound.
Will takes the ultrasound scanner probe and shows his experience from the off.
OK, that's it.
Just about there.
Just about there.
I think it's really great they get to use all this equipment. It was just amazing.
And straight away, Will's handiwork reveals great news. There's no evidence of serious damage to Tino's tendon.
So if the leg was lame, would there be blood in the tendons or
That's
black?
right. Yeah, so you'll have rather than the tendon being a big circle, it would be a hollow like this, so it would look like a donut. And inside will be where the tearing has occurred, where the blood is.
There's no sign of a tear or internal bleeding. So why is Tino limping? The team need to compare the injured leg with one of Tino's good ones. If there's a big difference, his injury could still be serious.
Can you see how similar that looks?
Yeah.
You see that on the same spot, and they look exactly the same.
That is just what we wanted to see.
Tino has just got a nasty sprain and hasn't torn anything.
That's good.
News. Tino's going to be just fine.
Brilliant news for Tino and owner Douglas.
Him being there watching it all, I think that helped him because he knew that his horse was all right and he'd been in the right hands.
It's a really, really good result for Tino, isn't it? And hopefully be back in the field as soon as possible. You happy, Will?
Yeah. I really did start to feel like a proper vet because all my knowledge was coming together.
Tino has a minor sprain and no surgery is required. A better outcome than Matt and the junior vets could have imagined.
We felt quite relief, I think both of us did, that the leg was fine because it could have been quite serious for Tino.
I think they did really well today. They both had really good anatomy skills. I was really impressed with them that they actually understood what was actually going on inside the leg.
I felt quite proud of myself because it showed that the weeks up to today had been sort of helpful because I've obviously learned an eye for detail and I think that's really helped.
And the latest news on Tino? He's back competing and has already won a competition with owner Douglas. Back at West Grange Farm. Pollux, the poorly alpaca, has patchy fur and painfully sore-looking skin. Vet Eve and her junior vet assistant Sam and Morgan are hopefully about to get to the bottom of his mystery illness.
You can do it.
Oh, I think you'd be good at it, Morgan. I think you would be.
They need to get a poo sample from Pollux. Eve needs a willing assistant, and Morgan plucks up the courage to help.
You have to put your finger up the bum and pull out the poo.
Okay, you have to be very gentle. I'll need a finger.
He's a little hesitant, but he sticks with it.
I'm feeling quite embarrassed.
This is all part of medicine. Feel nice and warm.
Yeah.
Morgan is definitely learning how to deal with the yuckier side of vet work.
Can you feel any in there?
It was disgusting. It was like hot and it was all squidgy.
But he's struggling to get the poo sample.
Are you sure you tried? Because I can see some on your glove. Try again.
I can't get it out.
That's okay, just take your time.
I
You can't get it out. No problem.
Morgan was doing so well. I'm a bit disappointed to see him give up so early.
I couldn't do it.
Hopefully partner Sam can complete the job.
Okay, Sam?
So I took over from poo duty.
Lots of little balls in there, isn't there?
That was extreme.
You must be getting the hang of this.
Finally, a poo sample is retrieved.
That's great, thank you very much.
And is ready to be sent off for tests. But as the team wrap up, they notice that Pollux is rubbing his face against the fence.
Oh yeah, he was scratching a lot.
Scratching.
It could be an important clue.
It could be much itchier than the others.
Morgan needs to scrape a sample of skin from under Pollux's fur so it can be tested for tiny creatures known as parasites that might be causing him to scratch. Job done. Sam grabbed the difficult poo sample and Morgan got the skin sample.
So I think we'll send these off to the lab, see what comes back, and then we'll get the skin condition treated. Okay. So well done. Procedure today went really well, actually, I thought the boys were great. There was a bit of teamwork there, definitely. I think Sam got on well. I think he's very interested.
Oh, wow.
Potentially has a career in veterinary, you know, and tried to do things thoroughly.
That was really cool. I think we've helped the animal because it looked quite ill. So I think we've done a good job by getting the samples and hopefully we can find out what's going wrong and help it.
And the good news is that one of the tests came back with signs of parasite eggs. After a course of medicine, Pollux is no longer itching and he's looking great. My junior vets have risen to every kind of veterinary challenge I put in front of them. They all want to win the head vet title, but helping animals is their first priority. Lauren and Ambless really cared for Zoe, the giant schnauzer. Lauren particularly showed me just how much she'd learned at vet school when she examined her patient's x-rays. Will and Sarah used their new skills to get to the bottom of Tino's leg problem. And who'd have thought that before she came to vet school, Sarah had never been near a horse? Morgan and Sam had an unusual case and both had to do unpleasant things to help Pollux the alpaca. Sam really took getting stuck in to a new level. Top veterinary work. But I only give the very best performances Vital Vet Work Awards, and I'm looking for who has given their absolute all to helping animals today.
Cracking effort, all of you, but one junior vet stood out above the rest. It overcame their initial wariness and got stuck in beyond the call of duty. Sam, you are today's top vet. Brilliant effort.
Sam's newfound confidence with large animals is awesome. He never gives up and has faced up to so many fears. He really is proving he's got what it takes. A very well-deserved Vital Vet Work Award.
I think I was quite confident with the alpacas. I just got stuck in and I think I did a good job.
Next time on Junior Vets, there's a final chance to catch up with some grateful old friends. And one last ever chance to impress me before I decide who'll win the head vet title.